Hello and welcome to the weather for this week from the Met Office. Weather-wise, it's a very different week to last week when it was all about the blue skies and the soaring temperatures. Good news if you don't like it too hot this week, and good news for gardeners perhaps because it looks an awful lot wetter. We start with relatively light winds, but those winds will be picking up, but the key factor, much cooler than last week. How much cooler? Well, this graphic shows it quite nicely. Last week we were widely in the mid to high 20s, getting over 30 degrees for quite a few places through the early part of the week. This week, much closer to average, or even on the cool side for late June. We'll hang on to some warmth across the far southeast, but generally those temperatures are a lot lower than they were last week. Why the change? Well, it's to do with the jet stream, more on that in a moment, and to do with where our air is coming from. The Atlantic and low pressure systems bringing the cloud and the outbreaks of rain. Quite a soggy start to Tuesday across southern Scotland, northern England. The rain could cause some problems here. And in the afternoon, some big showers, some thunderstorms for Northern Ireland. Again, the potential for some issues. There are warnings in force. Further south, there'll be heavy showers too. There'll be some bright or sunny spells, and the wind's still relatively light at this stage. So if you get a bit of sunshine, it'll still feel reasonably pleasant. Temperatures could get into the low 20s, but for most it's cloudy and it's cool. Some parts of the east no higher than 14 or 15 Celsius. Now low pressure remains in charge through the middle part of the week. Some uncertainty about the exact position of this low, but notice the isobars squidging together. That will provide the oomph to those winds, and with the winds coming in from the North Sea, it's going to feel pretty cool on some of these eastern coasts, and there will be pulses of rain too. Now this rain could be a little bit further north. There'll certainly be showers further south. Again, some brighter spells, and we might squeak 20 Celsius, but for most, it's an awful lot cooler than last Wednesday when we really had the peak of the heat. Why the big change? Well, as I suggested, it's all to do with the jet stream. Last week it was up over Iceland and we were on the warm side of it. This week it's driving to the south, really digging in, heading actually over Spain and Portugal. When we get this kind of shape, this U shape, we call that a trough in the jet stream, and in here, in the middle of the U, if you like, it's a breeding ground for low pressure systems. And that's how we're looking through the middle part of this week. Some uncertainty again about the exact position, but you can see those lows being driven on by that jet stream, just milling around, providing further pulses of rain. And again, the isobars close together, it could be quite blustery. Now again, there's some uncertainty about the exact position of the low, and so therefore with the rain too. But it looks as if there'll be a lot of cloud around on Thursday, further outbreaks of rain, and by now really starting to build up. So there could be the need for further warnings to be issued. And certainly with the winds coming in from the north, it is not going to be warm. Again, we're only at 14 or 15 for large swathes of the country. Still got northerly winds if you follow the isobars on Friday, but the low's starting to pull away. Just in here, a little bump, blink and you miss it, but it is a brief ridge of high pressure. There are more weather fronts waiting in the wings as we go into the weekend, so we're still talking changeable, but it does look, at least for the weekend, as if there will be some lengthier, drier and brighter spells. We'll keep you updated on that as we get closer to it. There's always more information on our website.